Hello guys, I am V Sai Srinivas of MathMan. So today I will be explaining today's editorial. So let's get started. So today our editorial's name is Tenuous Revival. Creating jobs and boosting incomes along with vaccination can sustain the economy. So the government should create new jobs for the people. This would increase the incomes of many families, and because of that it would help in the safekeeping of the economy. The national income estimates released by the NSO posit an economy that appears to have found some footing in the January-March quarter before the pandemic second wave hit. The GDP expanded by 1.6% in the final quarter of the last fiscal, an acceleration from 0.5% growth in the preceding 3 months period. That marginally softened the extent of the full year's record contraction to 7.3%. The center had earlier projected the full year GDP to contract by 8%. There was a 3.7% growth in the fourth quarter gross value added, with all but two of them 8 broad sectors posting expansions. So NSO estimates and proposed that the economy has appeared to have some benefits. So that is in the January-March quarter, before we were hit by the second wave of the pandemic, the GDP had an 1.6% expansion. So in the ending of the fiscal year, the final quarter showed 1.6% expansion. So it increased from 0.5% to 1.6%. So in the before 3 months period, it gradually softened, and it showed the full year contraction of about 7.3%. The center estimated the full year GDP contrast by 8%. So there was a 3.7% growth in the fourth quarter of the fiscal year. So the gross values added, but 2 of the 8 broad sectors showed expansions in GDP. Mining and quarrying are the worst hit contact intensive omnibus services category of trade, hotels and transport, communications and broadcasts contracted 5.7% and 2.3% respectively. Still, the pandemic's crushing impact over the preceding 3 quarters meant that only the agriculture, forestry and fishing and utility services recorded full year growth. On the expenditure side, private consumption spending appeared to have rebounded to growth for the first time in 4 quarters, posting an expansion of 2.7% that moderated the full year's contraction to 9.1%. And the gross fixed capital formation, a proxy for private investment, jumped 11% in the 3-month period, most likely helped in fair measure by an increase in capital spending by the government. So mining and quarrying are the two fields of the sector. So these both fields were the most affected ones. So the service category of trade, hotels, transport, communications and broadcasts also were damaged. So the mining and quarrying fields showed a contraction of 5.7%, while the service fields showed an 2.3% contraction. So the pandemic affected our economy in the first 3 quarters. So the only sector which had a full year growth is the agricultural sector. So the services such as agriculture, forestry and fishing and other utility services showed growth. So and also the private consumption too showed a growth for the first time in the fiscal year. They showed an expansion of 2.7% and kind of mediated the full year's contraction to 9.1%. So the gross fixed capital formation showed a proxy for private investment. So it increased by 11% in the 3-month period. So because of the increase of private investment, the government too increased its capital spending. The NSO data, however, needs to be seen in perspective. With the ground having shifted since March with the surge in COVID-19 infection, it is vital to correlate the figures with on the ground information. Manufacturing GVA appeared to have gained some traction in the last quarter, a 6.9% expansion following a return to growth in the September-December period after 5 straight quarters of contraction. Disappointingly, IHS Markit's manufacturing PMI survey for May showed that the key sector facing the prospect of stagnation as weakening demand pushed increases in new orders and output to 10-month lows. The bulwark accounting for over 50% of the GDP showed the expenditure figure at 75.6 lakh crore, its weakest level in 3 years. So the NSO data states that if we see through their perspective, the economy of India is not in a very good condition because some sectors had a continuous decreasing in investments as well as production. Because of that, it affected the livelihood of many people. So that's it for today, guys. Thank you.